16 stadiums, 3 countries, 104 matches. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is the biggest football tournament ever staged, and the arenas hosting it range from a 45,000-seat compact ground in Toronto all the way to a nearly 93,000-seat monster in Texas. But which stadium got the best assignment? Which ones are hosting the biggest teams, the deepest knockout rounds, and ultimately the World Cup final itself? We ranked all 16, from the very bottom to the one that crowns the world champion. Welcome to Football Detailing, and let's get started. Estadio Akron, Guadalajara, Mexico. Capacity 48,000. Matches 4. Kicking us off at number 16 is the Estadio Akron in Guadalajara, Mexico, the smallest venue at this World Cup with just 48,000 seats. Opened in 2010, it's shaped like a volcano and built purely for football, home to Liga MX giants Chivas de Guadalajara. Now, here's the thing. It's the only stadium at the entire 2026 World Cup with 0 knockout matches. Not one. Just 4 group stage games, and that's it. The highlight? Uruguay versus Spain in Group H. That's a tasty fixture. But in a tournament this big, hosting no knockout football whatsoever lands you firmly at the bottom of the list.
BMO Field, Toronto, Canada. Capacity 45,736. Matches 6. Number 15 is BMO Field in Toronto. Technically the smallest stadium at the tournament at just under 46,000 seats. Home to MLS's Toronto FC, it opened in 2007 and sits right on the city's waterfront. What saves it from the bottom spot is history. Canada opens their entire World Cup campaign here against Bosnia and Herzegovina on June 12th. That moment in front of a packed home crowd is gonna be electric. Germany also plays here in Group E, and there's one round of 32 knockout match. Small stadium, but some big moments. Estadio BBVA, Monterrey, Mexico. Capacity 53,500. Matches 4. At 14, Estadio BBVA in Monterrey. Opened in 2015 and home to CF Monterrey, this is honestly one of the most visually stunning venues at the entire tournament. It sits at the foot of Cerro de la Silla mountain. Backdrop alone is worth the ticket. Like Guadalajara, it only hosts 4 matches and goes no further than the round of 32. The marquee fixture here is Netherlands versus Sweden in Group F. One fun fact, the Tunisia versus Japan game at this stadium is officially the 1,000th match in FIFA World Cup history. History will be made at one of the most beautiful grounds on this list.
BC Place, Vancouver, Canada. Capacity 54,500. Matches 7. Number 13 is BC Place in Vancouver, a stadium with a retractable roof, opened in 1983 and renovated significantly in 2011. It hosted the 2015 Women's World Cup final, so it already knows what a big football occasion feels like. 7 matches here, including 2 Canada home games, the loudest of which will be Canada versus Qatar in the group stage. BC Place also goes further into the knockouts than any other Canadian venue, hosting both a round of 32 and a round of 16. Vancouver is one of the most scenic host cities in the world, a great setting for football. Levi's Stadium, Santa Clara, California. Capacity 70,909. Matches 6. At 12 is Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, home to the NFL's San Francisco 49ers, sitting in the middle of Silicon Valley, about 43 miles south of San Francisco. Opened in 2014 and just recently renovated with $200 million worth of upgrades. It also hosted Super Bowl 60 just months before this World Cup. Despite nearly 71,000 seats, Levi's is the only American venue that goes no further than the round of 32. No quarterfinal, no semifinal. The standout fixture is Argentina's Lionel Messi making an appearance in Group J, but the overall assignment keeps it at 12. Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia. Capacity 69,328. Matches 6. Number 11, Lincoln Financial Field, known as the Link in Philadelphia. Home to the NFL's Eagles and opened in 2003, it's one of the few venues that already had natural grass going in, no expensive turf conversion needed.
Philadelphia is one of the most intense sports cities in America, and the atmosphere here will reflect that. 6 matches, including France versus Iraq and Brazil versus Haiti in the group stage, 2 massive names. It goes one further than Levi's with a round of 16 berth, which is what pushes it just ahead at 11.
Lumen Field, Seattle Stadium. Capacity, 68,740. Matches, 6. Number 10 is Lumen Field in Seattle, home to the NFL Seahawks and MLS's Seattle Sounders. Opened in 2002, it's famous for one thing above everything else: the noise. That partially enclosed roof traps sound in a way that makes this one of the loudest stadiums on Earth. USA versus Australia in the group stage is the headline fixture. The home nation in front of a raucous Seattle crowd with everything to play for. 6 matches in total and a round of 16 slot. The atmosphere alone earned Seattle a top 10 spot. NRG Stadium, Houston. Capacity, 72,220. Matches, 7. At 9, NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Opened in 2002, it was the very first NFL venue ever built with a retractable roof, and that roof will be crucial for the summer Texas heat. Home to the Houston Texans, it holds over 72,000 fans. The group stage brings Germany and Portugal to this building, 2 of the most iconic footballing nations in the world, with Portugal playing 2 of their 3 group games right here in Houston. 7 total matches and a round of 16 make this a seriously busy and prestigious venue. Estadio Azteca, Mexico City, Mexico. Capacity, 87,500. Matches, 5. Number 8, the legendary Estadio Azteca. And look, if this was ranked on pure football history, it would be number 1 and it wouldn't even be close. Opened in 1966, this is where Pelé lifted the World Cup in 1970. This is where Maradona scored the hand of God and the goal of the century in 1986. In 2026, it becomes the first stadium in history to host 3 separate World Cups. And it kicks off the entire tournament on June 11th. Mexico versus South Africa, the opening match. Only 5 games and a round of 16 keep it from climbing higher. But in terms of legacy, nothing touches the Azteca. Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City. Capacity, 76,640. Matches, 6. Number 7, Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Built in 1972 and home to the Chiefs, this is the oldest stadium at the tournament, and yet it holds the Guinness World Record for the loudest outdoor sporting event crowd ever recorded, 142.2 decibels in 2014. The bowl shape is specifically designed to funnel noise directly onto the field. Now, here's the headline. Lionel Messi's first game of the 2026 World Cup is Argentina versus Algeria, right here in Kansas City, in the world's loudest outdoor stadium. And the venue goes all the way to the quarterfinal. That assignment is genuinely special. Gillette Stadium, Boston. Capacity, 64,628. Matches, 7. At 6, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, representing Boston. Opened in 2002 and home to the NFL's Patriots and MLS's New England Revolution. It replaced the old Foxborough Stadium, which was itself a 1994 World Cup venue, so this area has deep World Cup history. A $250 million renovation recently transformed the place, adding the country's largest outdoor curved video board. The standout group fixture? England versus Ghana and Norway versus France. And then a quarterfinal on July 9th. 7 matches and top 8 football. Boston delivers. Hard Rock Stadium, Miami. Capacity, 65,000. Matches, 7. Number 5 is Hard Rock Stadium, home of the NFL's Miami Dolphins. Opened in 1987 and given a $500 million renovation in 2016 that added a stunning canopy roof and completely transformed the feel of the place. It also hosted the 2024 Copa America final, so Miami already has recent major tournament pedigree. The group stage brings Brazil and Portugal to this building, then a quarterfinal. And then on July 18th, the night before the final, Hard Rock hosts the 3rd place match. 2 of the 4 best teams in the world playing right here in Miami. That is a massive assignment. SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles. Capacity, 70,240. Matches, 8. At number 4, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, Los Angeles. The most expensive stadium ever built on Earth at $5.5 billion. Opened in 2020 and home to the NFL's Rams and Chargers, it has a translucent canopy roof and will host the opening and closing ceremonies of the 2028 LA Olympics. The USA's opening game of the entire World Cup is here, USA versus Paraguay on June 12th. And their final group game is also here, Turkey versus USA. 8 total matches and a quarterfinal. Los Angeles, the entertainment capital of the world, hosting the home nation's first steps in their own World Cup. It doesn't get much bigger than that. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta. Capacity 71,000. Matches 8. Number 3, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Opened in 2017 and widely considered one of the most beautiful stadiums ever built. That retractable roof that opens like a camera aperture is genuinely iconic. Home to the Falcons and Atlanta United, with the artificial turf completely replaced by a real grass hybrid pitch ahead of this tournament. Spain plays 2 of their 3 group games here in Atlanta, Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia. 8 matches in total. And then, on July 15th, Mercedes-Benz Stadium hosts a semifinal. One of only 2 cities in the world where the last 4 becomes the last 2. The road to the final runs right through Atlanta. AT&T Stadium, Dallas. Capacity 92,967. Matches 9. Number 2, AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The Death Star. Biggest stadium at this entire World Cup with nearly 93,000 seats under a retractable roof. Home to the Dallas Cowboys, it received a $350 million upgrade for this tournament, including the world's largest HDTV video boards. 9 matches, more than any other venue here. The group stage card is extraordinary. England versus Croatia, Netherlands versus Japan, and Argentina twice. And then Dallas hosts a semifinal on July 14th. 9 games, 93,000 people, a semifinal. Only one thing stops AT&T Stadium from being number 1.
MetLife Stadium, New York, New Jersey. Capacity 82,500. Matches 8. And at number 1, MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Home to both the Giants and the Jets, about 10 miles from Manhattan. The stadium was renovated in 2 phases between 2024 and 2025, specifically to meet FIFA's requirements. Natural grass laid, corner seating reconfigured, the whole thing rebuilt for this moment. Brazil versus Morocco opens proceedings here in the group stage. France plays here. Germany plays here. And then on July 19th, 2026, 82,500 fans will be inside this stadium, and billions will be watching around the world as football crowns its new world champion. MetLife Stadium, the New York, New Jersey Stadium. Number 1, and it's not even close.